And here we go. Welcome everybody, JJZ here. We are back, we are recording here in the morning. If you're like me, you probably just finished your Artosis cast, daily cast, and you wanted just a little bit more. I'm here to provide that for you. Happy to do it. Today we're going to do a new player we haven't featured yet on the channel, Zero Sugar Marine, better known to you as Scan. I do dig that name though. Zero Sugar Marine, particularly because if you've seen Scan on videos, he's got lots of sugar, guys. He's kind, gentle, English is really strong. Like he's like I think he's got lots of sugar. So let me know about that name. If you know about his name, let me know about it. How he came up with that. He is 32 years old, one of the younger players that we've featured. So he's got lots of time ahead of him. From South Korea, of course. He did study in the US, it looks like, on his Wikipedia, hence his English is really strong. So you can get a lot of videos of him. He is good friends with our featured player, our most featured player, Artosis. And if you're a friend of Artosis cast, you're a friend of JJZ here at JJZ StarCraft. He didn't qualify. He did finish in the Day 2 round of qualifiers in ASL 20 this year. He went down to noob, 2-1. I haven't watched those games, but I tell you guys, Scan is killing it right now. And I'm just going to introduce his opponent, TimeisGold. He's also from South Korea, but I can't find a lot of information on him. You can see he is a 2496 MMR Pro Zerg player as he goes hatchery first. He's a really good player. He's on the ladder doing it all the time. And Scan, though, guys, back to Scan, as we kind of feature him in this game, he has been killing it. He's playing a ton. He's playing a ton of ladder, probably working on things, maybe prepping for that next ASL as they cross scouts here. He's climbed up to like 2734 MMR right now. That puts him on the front page of the ladder. If you take away the draw packers, that puts him like, I want to say 6th or something, like out of everybody right now. So he's doing really well as he gets his scout into the base. He's going to steal some minerals. I always love the mineral theft. That's great. Going to keep that SCV dangling around there. We do see TimeisGold find Scan as well. Scan going to make a bit of a wall here, leave a hole here though. So it looks like all this is blocked, but he will be able to get through. It's not airtight there. And he's going to go into his wall, 2 supply depot barracks, and then expand. So looks like a nice build. Doesn't look like we'll see what he decides to get into here. If we get a standard SK Terran, or we see something different from Scan. Scan, looking at his Wikipedia page, he's known for some different things. Like he likes to get in. He's got some really good Wraith builds, for example, against Zerg, which is would be cool to get into today. But we shall see. Is he going to get this Overlord? That would be a really nice pick off. I think TimeisGold is going to just save him. You know, Scan's going to try, though. So yes, guys, some news on Artosis. As we get into this game, is he was temporarily banned from Twitch. Now, I don't know why or the details. Okay, we're going to get into a +1, I think, timing push maybe. So he's going to get a really early +1 attack, I believe, with this build. Scan. Yeah, so Artosis, anyway, I do that, guys. I interrupt myself all the time. It's probably a bad habit, but bear with me here. As Scan gets this scout, Zergling's going to chase down the SCV. I think they're going to get him ultimately. But Artosis was banned from Twitch for a day. I'm happy to report he is back. All his videos are gone from Twitch. Of course, this has no impact on his YouTube content. So most of you listening here, I believe, watch his YouTube videos. As Scan does look like he's going to save that SCV. Very well done there. Nice to save it. So anyway, Academy going up, and Artosis is back. He's going to stream again on Twitch. He's scheduled for Sunday, January 18th, the afternoon, evening, if you're in Pacific Standard Time like I am. If you're more like Atlantic Time, I think that's later in the evening, about 4 or 5 hours later, depending on exactly where you are, or Eastern Time. But yeah, so check that out. I'm curious to hear why, if he talks about the ban or what the reason was for. Speculating only, guys. It's likely something to do with his Twitch chat followers and what they like to spam obnoxiously into the TTS, or the where you can pay to have things announced over top of the screen, over top of the stream, and it gets fairly inappropriate at times, I would say. So I'm guessing someone did something that Twitch, and it's probably just a bot that banned or that found something as the Spire pops here for TimeisGold and gets right into 4 mutas making. Scan's got a relatively small army here, 5 Marines and 2 medics. His comsat's coming down. Big debate in the chat, guys, in the comments on sat versus stat. And I think we're going to go with comsat. I can see the argument for comstat, but I'm going to call it comsats from now on. Or I'm just going to call it scanner because I can't screw that up, and I love to screw it up. We do see a very similar, like, kind of 2 barracks at the same time that Artosis likes to do. So you can see some of those things that Scan does that is similar to Artosis, and you can see that how they definitely communicate and are, you know, friends of each other as the mutas come in here. There's only a couple of them, 3, 5, 5. So 5 tough to do much with, as we have talked about before. We do see a 3rd base finishing in the bottom right for TimeisGold. We're up to 6 mutas here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here, guys, and try and get some perspective of what they're getting into. Going to get on top of these SCVs. So he's got 1 turret there. Marines are in place. Scan pushing them back, getting heavy damage on 2 of them anyways. And not bad there. You can see like 2 turrets on the barracks, 2, 3, 4 at the natural. Only 1 in the main. He's going to build a 2nd, it looks like. Yeah, I think that's a good move. Let's see if we can catch this damage. He does get a couple, it looks like. So nice pickoffs there by Scan. And we're up to 4 barracks. And what do we have going on with the Zerg? We have just a Spire, no other tech right now. As these mutas now are at 4. See if he keeps making them. He does bring 3 more up. So we've got 8 total. So these Marines going to try and sneak in some more damage. Scan doing a nice job of picking them off. Did he scan the bottom? Let's just take this off for a second. I don't think he did scan yet. Scan doing no scanning yet. Let's see. Oh, no, he did. He must have scanned the main bases. Okay. So he does have... We'll keep an eye, though. Let's keep an eye on that additional scanner here when he does decide to scan and see where he looks for. I'm trying to catch those guys. I think he will scan somewhere. Anyway, we've got 10... Mutalisks flying around, trying to get some damage. Scan going into his factory. Curious where he goes from there. 11 now, basically a full group, as I imagine. Did he? Okay, he did use a scan there. Okay, he scanned the base. Look at that. So he scanned. He did get the bottom left corner there, or bottom right corner, and let's see if he tries to push these Marines down there. Now, if he does that, he risks losing this army. I think he probably will. But the nice thing, I've said before that losing this army hurts Terran. We're a bit later into the game. I don't think it hurts quite as much as he does look to macro up. Going to lift his factory, so I imagine he'll make a starport soon. He's going to push and force these Mutalisks out of his base. Now, when I say they lose the army for nothing, and we've seen Artosis that happen a few times. We even saw that with Light against Soma. It's not exactly nothing, right? Because the benefit is that the Zerg player does have to deal with it. So when the Zerg is using his Mutalisks and Zerglings to kill this army, he's not in your base killing your SCVs. So there is a level, there is some value for that, but I do still hate to see, yeah, he's just going to come and kill the rest of this. Let's get right in there and watch all that blood pour out of the Marines and medics with those great StarCraft sounds. So, you know, like, not entirely useless, I suppose you could say, right? Okay, we see double, triple starport. Okay, here we go, race on the way. He's going to get, yeah, so we're going to see some Wraith play from Scan, something he is known for, and we'll see what he can do against Wraiths against Mutalisks. And Mutalisks do win that battle 1-on-1, guys, but when you factor in the micro and the cloak ability, okay, we get a scan in the natural. He sees the Queen's Nest, probably going to have a good idea on the timing of the Hive. And Zergling's running in, going to see if they can get anything done. Going to see these starports. Yes, he definitely is. He's going to know it's Wraiths coming. Very cool. Try and get a missile turret here. I think he's going to get it. Nice little pick off there. And we have our first Wraith out. So TimeisGold, definitely aware of it. And we'll see how many he decides to make here before he does anything with it. Gonna get an overload here. That's nice. Overlord. And we missed a little bit of a confrontation here, but I think that was just Marines, medics, fighting the Mutalisks with 4 lurkers coming up, it looks like, guys. Yeah, we got 4. Okay, so Scan, I think, is going to have to try and hold this back as TimeisGold looks to set up a bit of a contain as he builds his Wraith count. And we do see... how many does he have? Where are they? Okay, here. I only see the one. Is he searching for overlords? He must be. Okay, anyway, we do get a couple Mutalisks down here. These lurkers and mutas trying to micro against this small group of Marines, relatively small, but with only 5 Mutalisks. If Scan micros this well, he can just avoid taking damage from the lurkers, and the mutas can't do much. They're heavily damaged. Nice scan there by Scan. Rushes in. He's going to get 2 lurkers, I think. Lose a few Marines. Not a bad trade there for either party. As we continue this Mutalisk Marine dance with lurkers on the fringe. Okay, we're getting up to a fun number of Wraiths here, guys. We got 5 out right now. Scan, I'm just learning this now, guys, after almost 30 days of casting, but I have Scan's control groups on my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 buttons. So interested to see. He's got control group 1, and you can see an SCV. If you don't know this, he's trapped an SCV here in this control group with the Wraiths. That's so he can macro them and stack them like the mutas here. So really cool to see. Here come the Wraiths, guys. He's got cloak. They're gonna get this overlord, and he's gonna do some damage to these Wraiths. So he doesn't to these Mutalisks. He does lose 1 Wraith, it looks like. Gonna get a lurker. Gonna get 2, maybe 3 even. Let's see here. Let's watch this guy explode. Oh, got him. Yeah, very nice. Okay, here comes the mutas again. Overlord in place. Some nice micro by Scan. Again, he's really good with these Wraiths. He is continuing to make 3 Wraiths at a time, guys, if you look up here in the top left. So he's not done. He's going to make more. And we do see a bit of a trade here. I think the Scourge are out. He does get 1 with the Scourge. Here come the Marines. Only 4 Wraiths left, but fear not, he's making 3 more. So Wraiths will continue to be a factor here, as Scan does get the air advantage at this stage. 2 hold position lurkers. Beautiful play there to get the Marine medic army coming in. But we do see more Wraiths reinforced. We've got 7 total that will pick off drones with 1 shot. Very nicely done here by Scan to get away from those Hydras and get some damage to the economy. We've got Marines and medics out front here, and Wraiths coming into the main to get some more drone damage and fight these mutas. Very nice, very nice. Okay, gonna get a spore colony up. Try and push those Wraiths back. Here come the slow Hydras, which are never as good. All right, he's gonna charge the main here, and let's see what he can get done. There's only 1 lurker at the front, so microing those Wraiths, you can see really nicely done by Scan. Is he going to get the Queen's Nest? Not super valuable to get that right now. 4 more lurkers hatching. We have +1 Carapace about to finish for Zerg. No other upgrades that I can see. He might have upgraded the mutas. I haven't actually noticed. Wouldn't be surprised if he did that, I suppose. As Scan comes in with these Wraiths, he's getting a ton of value. Now we're up to 8 Wraiths. We were at 9, just picked off 1 with a Hydra. And Scan getting all kinds of value. Let's see if he looks to expand. He is going to do that with this command center up. Continuing to, okay, stop the Wraith production and going into dropships now. So we'll try to keep an eye out for that. He does look to have close to a full group of Wraiths here. Yeah, he's got 10. So yeah, very cool. There. Oh, he's got 11 with the SCV, so there we go. Scan marching his Marine army. Small one, but he's marching it into the middle of the map. Couple mutas there. Let's check the upgrades. He did get +1. I thought he probably did get +1. And down here, we've got defilers out, guys. So this could be an interesting transition for TimeisGold to see if he can hold this with Plague on the way and +1 Spines on the way. So he's going into Wraiths. Oh, the Scourge just fly past. They're going to come in. Let's see what he can get done. Oh, yeah, okay, he gets 1, I think, but then Scan goes into Cloak and really nicely microed there to avoid losing more Wraiths than necessary. So we've got the Wraiths here, guys, being all kind of a nuisance for TimeisGold, and we've got a Marine medic army here, maybe waiting for the dropship. Try and catch that, or is the drop going to come into the main? Let's see here. Scan gets more drones, more value with these Wraiths, more Scourge out, but with the Cloak, and so many of them, I think he's still got 11 of them. It's going to be tough to land the Scourge with that many Wraiths out. So it looks more like 9. He lost a couple, but here we go. 3 dropships, 4 dropships for Scan. So this Marine medic drop is going to be really nice, and he's already at 2-1 upgrades. Going into science vessels, Scan doing it all here, guys. What a beautiful game he's playing as he flies his Wraiths into the 3rd and 4th base of TimeisGold, and they just seem to be everywhere. These Wraiths are speedy. We're going to try and catch this drop here, guys. It looks to be a good one. Such a tricky map here on Metropolis with these long main bases where you can just kind of sneak in here, and this could kill him, I think, guys. This could be it. Nothing here in the main for TimeisGold to defend against this, and he's going to get a ton of damage, and he sees it and calls the good game. Wow, that was really cool by Scan. Something we haven't seen before as he carries on and stays in this game to watch that. Such a satisfying watch to watch that Zerg base go down to, 2 or 3 groups of Marines there. Really well done. He didn't need the science vessels, guys. That was really impressive by Scan to actually win that air battle on 2 bases and go into... He must have produced upwards of 20 Wraiths that game. So, like, how cool is that? Just mining out. SCV count stayed at 44. So he didn't... Just a bit of a 2-base all-in and Wraith all-in. Like, really cool. Haven't seen that. I'd love to see... Artosis maybe try something like that at some point against Zerg. That would be cool. But yeah, it's Scan, guys. Really showing a lot of good things there. Like, he did a lot there. Lots of fun to watch. I'm gonna pick him as my sleeper pick for ASL 21. You heard it here first. Stay tuned for that. Let's see if he can qualify and get into the round of 16. Gonna be tough, especially with some other names like Fantasy or maybe Flash if he decides to play and compete for ASL. But I'll take him as my sleeper pick. I think he's an underdog. I think it's going to be tough, but why not? Let's root for him. He's a friend of ours here. Love watching him. Hope to do some more games of him. Thank you guys for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow on the next one.